911 emergency. Yes, please help me. My husband is falling. I think he's still breathing, but y'all need to hurry up fast. Okay, I'm dispatching emergency personnel, and they'll be there as soon as possible. Oh my God, please hurry. He's on the floor. He's turned blue. He's dying. I don't know what to do. Please help me. Please help me. Okay, ma'am. I'm scheduling the paramedics right now. Oh, honey, please hold on. They're coming. Hold on, please.
Hey, I'm John. Here at the downtown library, working on my senior project for high school with Amanda. Say hi, Amanda.
Hey, how's it going?
Now together, we are doing a project on the Intermountain Donor Services, otherwise known as IDS.
They're the people who ask you to check yes on your driver's license. Very important people. In fact, that's pretty much...
Yeah, come on, Amanda, let's move it. All right, so together we are going to tell you some of the facts and unravel the myths about being an organ donor. Now, IDS is sending Alex over in his cab. He's gonna pick us up and he's gonna take us around. We'll go from there. All right, so let's get rolling. So, how many people are waiting right now for an organ to be donated?
Well, right now there is 97,000 people waiting in the United States for a life-saving transplant. And in Utah, there's over 270 people waiting. So there's a fairly large number of people when you think about that.
20 people die a day waiting for an organ. That's equivalent to a national crisis, like having an airliner crash every 6 days.
For somebody to become an organ donor, with the exception of living kidney donation, they have to die something called brain death. And what that means is they have to die in the hospital on a ventilator, and that is about 1 out of every 80 deaths.
Say if I were an organ donor, would I be treated any differently in a hospital than anybody else?
So you're wondering if you have yes on your driver's license, will they let you die?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Actually, a lot of people are concerned about that. And, you know, maybe while we're out driving around, we should go talk to a medical professional about that, and they could describe it a lot better than I could.
Here we are at the hospital.
Yeah, now, do you want to just give me a call then when you're done talking with everybody here?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Donation occurs after somebody has died, so that after they're no longer living. Here in the United States, we base that decision on someone who has irreversible brain death.
Yeah, basically you turn the ventilator off and you see if they start breathing on their own. And you measure blood gases, which basically measures the level of oxygen and carbon dioxide in somebody's blood. Now, it's known from healthy people who are awake, when they have a certain level of carbon dioxide, it'll trigger a breath on their own. It's just a normal reflex response to keep people breathing. When somebody's brain dead, they don't have that response, and so we turn off the ventilator, and we don't let them. They don't breathe for a period of 5-10 minutes, and we monitor the concentrations of these gases in their blood. When they reach a certain level and they're still not breathing, that's a pretty good indication of brain death.
There are a set of 5 or 6 different tests that are performed. There are x-rays that are taken of your brain to identify if there's blood flow.
Their pupils are big and round, they don't react to light. They don't have a gag reflex. If you put your finger at the back of their mouth, they won't gag.
Something as simple as just pinching your finger or sticking your arm with a pin, your brain should cause you to respond away from the painful poking that occurred.
If you touch their eye, they won't blink. If you move their head, their eyes won't rotate with their head like a normal person's will. And so we check a number of these things, and then we go on to declare brain death.
My name is Jerry Osman, and I'm a donor mom. That's my son Sebastian, and he passed away about a year ago. And he came home and he just struck up this conversation with me one day, just out of the blue. And he was also very funny. So when Sebastian was very serious, you knew he was serious and he meant what he was saying. And he said, "Hey Mom, are you an organ donor?" And I said, it just really caught me by surprise because this came out of the blue, out of nowhere. And I said, I really don't know if I am. I said, I don't know. I have to kind of think more about it. And he asked me if I had a Y on my license, and I said, no, I don't. I have a U. I'm really kind of undecided. I'm not against it, but I don't know enough about it to be in support of it. He said, well, IDS came to my school, and they gave us a presentation, and they told us all about this. And he goes, I really want to be an organ donor. At 16, you don't think that you're ever going to be faced with that decision.
I heard something kind of scary the other day, and I just want to know if this is true. Do you really try to save somebody's life if they're an organ donor?
Anytime we have a patient that comes into our hospital for care, our number one goal is to provide care to that person. We'll do everything that we can in order to save an individual's life.
People are worried that not everything's going to be done for them if they are an organ donor, and that is a complete myth. That's nothing more than a myth.
So say if I come in and I'm a donor, I have it checked on my driver's license, I have no extra reason to worry?
No. If you come into our hospital, you will get the care that you need to save your life.
Now inside here, we've got Mary Rizzuto and her daughter Angie. Mary has received an organ, her daughter has donated one, so let's go talk to them.
Now, Mary Rizzuto had a heart transplant. Due to the process, her kidneys started becoming weak and later needed a kidney transplant.
My kidney function had been compromised, and this past year I needed a kidney transplant because my kidneys had failed. And my older daughter, Angie, was kind enough to give me one of her kidneys.
I just saw the impact that it had on my mom's life for this past 17 years with having a new heart and all the stuff that we've got to do and all the stuff that she was starting to not be able to do because of the declining kidney function, and I could help prevent that. So and give us a chance to do all those things again. So that's why.
All right, we're here at the local. All right, we're here at a local funeral home to meet with Ned. He's gonna fill us in on some questions about whether or not we can be an organ donor and still have an open casket. So, see you inside. Say if I wanted to be an organ donor, would that mean that I'd have to have a closed casket funeral? I'd have to be cremated, right? There just wouldn't be much of me left.
People that do decide to donate their eyes, for example, Intermountain Donor Services actually use these small, they're similar to a marble, and it's used in the same way a prosthesis is, in that it simulates what your eye would look like, so nobody would technically know that you've been a donor. The ligaments and bones work in the same way that the eyes do, and there is a prosthesis that's made of a pipe similar to what people that lose their legs have in place, and that simulates your bones, and therefore you can still have a viewing and nobody would know the difference.
Ned said that because our eyes are balls of liquid, they deflate anyway. So, we've unraveled another myth. Organ donors can actually have open caskets. What with these fake bones and these marble eyes, these caps, we can still have an open casket. And like Ned said, they have to use these anyway, so why not be an organ donor? All right, well, we'll see you guys back at the cab.
Disclaimer, that's John.
See you guys.
I have no match for her skills. She is too talented for me.
Hi, my name is Aksham Miguel. I go to West Jordan Middle School. I like to play volleyball, and I play the violin.
Good deal. And you've had an organ transplant, is that right?
Yes,
Okay, what was it?
a heart transplant.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. And when did you have that done?
When I was 8 years old.
So at 8 years old, when you had this virus in your heart, did you ever think about that you may not be alive for much longer?
Yeah, I did. I was scared about that.
What kind of thoughts did you have?
Then I was just 8, and I was very little, and I wanted to see some stuff in my grandma in Mexico, and if I died, I wouldn't be able to see her or go to Mexico.
I'm an Episcopal priest. Chaplain, St. Mark's Hospital. I've been training other people in pastoral care for 25 years. So I run a multi-faith education program for chaplains. And
Oh,
So have Catholics and LDS and Buddhists and Jewish folks. And
what would be your advice to me if I was looking into organ donating?
well, pastoral care people would never advise anyone to do whatever. It would be up to you, but I rarely hear a religious reason why someone would or would not want to be a donor. So, I mean, I recommend it if you can.
Say if I donated an organ, would that buy my ticket into heaven?
I don't think so.
Hey, my name is Maria Bergen, and I'm 14 years old. I got a kidney transplant. It was from my mom. This is my mom. Her name is Maria Bergen too. My kidneys were too small for me. They were baby kidneys.
Oh, okay. Did you have to go on dialysis?
Yeah, for like 5 months.
Okay. When you were doing dialysis, how long were you there each time?
I was there 3 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 to 4 hours.
Dialysis is a way to clean your blood. When your kidneys aren't working or you don't have kidneys, that the kidney's function is to clean your blood. It removes all the extra fluid and toxins that build up in your body that your kidneys are not removing. On the weekends, we do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and usually by Monday morning, the kids are starting to feel pretty sick again because the toxins are starting to build up in their blood again.
Okay.
Well, your liver screens all the poisons through your body, so everything goes through the liver. When the liver's not functioning, then the poisons back up. And so when he got really sick, he was really yellow. He was so bad. I think he had gone in for one surgery, and they realized how bad he was. We had to reach the point where we could accept that he might not make it because he was so sick. And of course, as a family, that's difficult.
One of the important things that every patient should do is talk with their family about what they would like to see happen.
And I'm so grateful that he shared that story with me, because otherwise I never would have known that he felt that way.
If somebody's signed a form when they got their driver's license, for instance, saying that I wish to be an organ donor, then we respect that.
The documents can be found on the yesutah.org website. And there is information on there about living wills and the legal documents where these types of decisions can be outlined.
How do you feel about organ donating now?
That it's a gift of life is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you put a one-word a description on that? You can't. It really and truly is a gift of life.
It's a really good idea, and it'll save someone's life.
It's a great thing. It's a way to get something positive out of somebody's death. And organ donation helps a lot of people, and one person who's passed away has the potential to help a great number of people.
The one thing that I would want people to know is that for John, when he had 10 years, that we had no idea he would have this disease, and then all of a sudden he needed a transplant, and that could happen to anybody. So you don't know if it might be your family members or someone else who would need the next transplant.
We're on a quest to find an answer to the question, is there life after death? What would you say?
Yeah, because Joseph gave me his heart, and that's why I'm here today.
Definitely. The miracles that I have seen with the children receiving a kidney from a deceased donor is amazing. Their whole life changes. They're able to go to school, they're able to eat a normal diet, they're able to have sleepovers with their friends, they're out of the hospital, so the transformation is amazing.
Oh yeah, there's definitely, thanks to the people that have gone before, they're able to save many lives, including me, so I definitely believe it.
Yeah, yes.
Of course.
Without this man's life in me, there would be no life. His life lives on in me. And every day I'm proof of that.
It's like a circle. It's never ending. Because that person has been given this second chance at life, they are here, and they will forever affect those that they come in contact with. I mean, every single person's life is changed because that person is able to stay here and live their life.
We want everyone to know that while our characters have been fictional, everyone else that you've seen, it's the real situation. Real donors, real receivers,
Real doctors, real professionals.
real lives saved.
If you would like to know any more information, get online at idslife.org.
or you can give them a call at 1-800-833-6667.
And remember, because of you, there can be life after death.
Thanks for watching.